Imagine walking through a bamboo forest and suddenly seeing one bamboo stalk glowing like a lantern. He did not know it yet, but what he was about to find would change his life forever. Long ago, in a quiet village in Japan, there lived an elderly bamboo cutter and his wife. They were kind people, but they had one sorrow. They had no children. Every day, the old man would go into the bamboo forest to cut bamboo and make baskets, flutes, and other useful things. One evening, while walking among the tall green stalks, he noticed something unusual. A soft, golden light was shining from inside a bamboo stalk. Curious, he carefully cut the bamboo open. To his amazement, inside sat a tiny girl, no bigger than his thumb. She wore beautiful robes and glowed like moonlight. The old bamboo cutter gently picked her up and said, "What a miracle! Heaven has sent us a child." He brought the tiny girl home to his wife. The couple loved her immediately and decided to raise her as their own daughter. From that day on, strange blessings came into their lives. Whenever the bamboo cutter went to the forest, he would find pieces of gold hidden inside the bamboo stalks. Soon, the once poor couple became comfortable and prosperous. Meanwhile, the little girl grew at an astonishing rate. Within just a few months, she became a beautiful young woman. They named her Kaguya, which means radiant light. People came from far and wide just to catch a glimpse of her beauty. Her skin seemed to glow softly, and her kindness was known throughout the land. As Kaguya grew older, many noblemen wished to marry her. 5 wealthy and powerful suitors were especially determined. Each begged her to become his wife. But Kaguya was not interested in marrying any of them. Instead of refusing directly, she gave each man an impossible task. To one, she said, "Bring me the stone begging bowl used by the Buddha." To another, "Bring me a jeweled branch from a magical tree growing in a distant paradise." The others received equally difficult quests. The men eagerly set off. Some tried to cheat. Some bought fake treasures. Some invented stories. But Kaguya saw through every deception. One by one, the suitors returned in embarrassment. None could complete the task honestly. As stories of Kaguya's extraordinary beauty and wisdom spread across Japan, they eventually reached the emperor's palace. The emperor had heard many tales of beautiful women before, but everyone who spoke of Kaguya said the same thing. It is not only her beauty, they said. She is kind, wise, gentle, and unlike anyone who has ever lived. Curious, the emperor decided he must meet her. One sunny morning, accompanied by a small royal procession, he traveled to the bamboo cutter's home. When Kaguya greeted him, the emperor immediately understood why everyone admired her. She wore an elegant Heian period kimono. Her long black hair flowed gracefully down her back, and her face seemed to shine with a gentle light. Yet what impressed him most was her kindness and quiet wisdom. The emperor spoke with Kaguya for many hours. They talked about nature, the changing seasons, poetry, the moon, and the beauty of simple living. Before leaving, the emperor said, "Lady Kaguya, will you come to my palace? You deserve to live among the finest gardens and treasures in Japan." Kaguya smiled respectfully and bowed. "Your Majesty, I am deeply honored by your kindness, but my happiness is here with my parents. This humble home is where I belong." The emperor admired her honesty. Although he wished she would accept, he respected her decision and never tried to force her. Instead, a warm friendship began between them. From that day onward, the emperor and Kaguya exchanged beautiful letters. Each letter contained poems about the moon, flowers, mountains, and the changing seasons. Messengers traveled between the palace and the bamboo cutter's cottage, carrying carefully written scrolls tied with silk ribbons. The emperor often looked forward to Kaguya's thoughtful words, while Kaguya appreciated the emperor's wisdom and kindness. Their friendship grew through these letters, built on mutual respect rather than possession. As autumn approached, Kaguya became quieter. Almost every evening, she would stand outside her home and gaze silently at the full moon. One night, unable to hide her sorrow any longer, she told her parents the truth. "I was not born on Earth," she said softly. "I came from the Moon Kingdom. Long ago, I was sent here and hidden inside the glowing bamboo. Soon, the people of the moon will return to take me home." Her parents were heartbroken. The emperor was also told of Kaguya's secret. Determined to protect her, he ordered hundreds of his finest soldiers to surround the bamboo cutter's home on the night of the next full moon. "No one shall take Princess Kaguya," he declared. The soldiers stood watch with bows, swords, and shining armor, ready to defend her. When the full moon rose, the night became strangely quiet. Then a brilliant silver light appeared in the sky. Clouds slowly parted, revealing a heavenly procession descending from the moon. The celestial visitors wore flowing white robes that shimmered like moonlight. Their gentle music filled the air. The emperor's soldiers reached for their weapons, but before anyone could move, an invisible peace settled over the land. The soldiers found that they could neither lift their swords nor fire their arrows. It was as if heaven itself had asked them to remain still. The moon people approached without anger or fear. Their leader spoke kindly. "We have not come to fight. Princess Kaguya's time on Earth has come to an end. She must return home." Kaguya embraced her parents one last time. She thanked them for every moment of love they had given her. Then she wrote one final letter to the emperor. Along with the letter, she left him a small flask containing the elixir of immortality, a magical gift that could grant everlasting life. With tears in her eyes, Kaguya stepped toward the celestial visitors. As they placed a heavenly robe upon her shoulders, she slowly rose into the moonlit sky and disappeared among the stars. When the emperor received Kaguya's farewell letter and the elixir of immortality, sadness filled his heart. He realized that living forever without the friend he admired would bring him no happiness. Instead of drinking the elixir, he chose another path. He ordered his attendants to climb the highest mountain in Japan. Together, they carried Kaguya's letter and the flask of immortality to the mountain's summit. Standing beneath the open sky, the emperor looked toward the glowing moon. Quietly, he whispered, "Though you have returned to your true home, your kindness will remain in my heart forever." Then he placed the letter and the elixir into a sacred fire. As the flames rose, the smoke drifted upward toward the heavens, as if carrying his farewell to Princess Kaguya. According to legend, this mountain became known as Mount Fuji. Some say its name comes from an old word associated with immortality, while others connect it with the story of the elixir burned there. People also believed that the smoke once rising from Mount Fuji was the emperor's final message traveling toward the moon, where Princess Kaguya would always remember the family, friends, and kingdom she had loved on Earth. And on clear, moonlit nights, when Mount Fuji stands peacefully beneath the stars, many still remember the beautiful legend of Princess Kaguya, the Moon Princess, whose greatest treasure was not wealth or power, but the love she shared with those who cared for her.
Thank you for watching. If you like to watch such interesting stories again, please consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to like and share your valuable comments too. See you soon with another amazing story. Until then, bye!